This is Woods Hole Hostel where I stayed last night. I'm so glad I did. I cut the mileage short, even though I know I've been whining and moaning about making miles. But this was a much needed rest. My feet were killing me. And oh man, I had the best salad last night. They make the meals here, and oh man, it was awesome. And I can't wait for breakfast. Coffee's at 7 and breakfast is at 8. And I slept well, but I want to experience all of that. This is just a beautiful, restful place. I got resupplied. I got 5 days, so my pack is going to be really heavy getting out. Yeah, but water is going to be a challenge, so I'll be climbing out of here with like 3 liters, because I don't know, it's either 12 or 16 miles to water. And boy, I just don't want to get dehydrated. That's no good. You get all fuzzy thinking, and you can, yeah, it's not good for you. So I'm gonna walk up here and get this field behind me because it's beautiful. Okay, these are the steps at Woods Hole Hostel that lead up to the resupply house, which is a converted privy or converted outhouse before they, got uptown and started calling them privies. Of the bunkhouse, and there's a fire pit over there. It's just an awesome place. There, it all is. They have safari tents here. This is a nice place. Very quiet and pleasant. Pretty flowers. Oh, what a great place Woods Hole Hostel was. Very peaceful and relaxing. Free coffee. Which brings us to today's song. Drink with me only with this coffee, and I will share a meal. Good eggs and French toast at Woods Hole Hostel is a great big deal. It was, man. What a great breakfast. It was actually French toast from yesterday mixed with cream cheese and extra cinnamon. Man, it was good. Plus eggs, plus apple butter, plus homemade bread, plus cheesy grits. First time I've ever eaten grits. And somehow I think I'm going to be sustained for many hours on this trail. It was a half-a-mile climb out of Woods Hole Hostel, but worth every step. Yes. And the trail so far is not proving as difficult as I thought it would be. So I am very happy today so far. Of course, I've only been out walking for an hour. Okay, I'm coming up the trail out of Parisburg. I didn't go into Parisburg. Didn't need to resupply, so I'm just going up the trail. And there's the marker. And then here's this bench. I don't know why there's a bench here. I'm going to take advantage of it, sit on it, and look. I don't know why there's a bench here. Maybe there was a view at one point, but there's not now. It's just kind of funny. Right on the Appalachian Trail, here's a bench. I guess it's for me to enjoy. So I'm going to enjoy it for just a little while before I get on the road again, because time's getting short and I need to do some miles. I need to find a place to camp, really. That's all the miles I'm doing. Just took a bridge across the New River. I love the progression of the waiting on the traffic to go by, of the blazes. We got the two here at the end of the bridge, showing that the trail turns to the left. And then we come up here and we see that the trail does indeed turn to the left, and it's right there. It goes down these steps. And then at the bottom, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blazes telling you to keep turning left. I love this. I stealth camped last night at mile 640.6. Yeah, I was looking for that because I was really tired. I only did about 15 miles, way short of what I wanted to do. Well, not way short, because I did get a late start from Woods Hole, but I would have liked to have done more. I'm just too short-legged and too slow. Today, I stealth camped at a little spot that was next to a deer stand. I think whoever hunts from there must also camp there. And that's why there was a little stealth spot. I don't care. I was just glad it was there. It was hot. Yesterday it was weird. It rained and rained, and then it stopped. It was really hot and muggy, and then the rain, and then it got a little hot again. But, they need the rain here, so I'm not begrudging it. I wish it had lasted longer, because water is difficult right now. Today should be okay, because there's a stream and a piped spring up about 3/4 of the way up the mountain. So hopefully I'll find that and have enough and won't have to carry as much. So today's goal is at least 20 miles. So starting earlier than 2 hours earlier than yesterday should help, as long as the feet hold up and there's a miracle or two in the woods, then I'll make it. That's my goal. This is the rice field shelter. I stopped here for second breakfast. I didn't want to cook at the stealth site because I didn't have enough water. So I just had tuna fish there. And so, it was a nice shelter. Second breakfast was good. And hopefully I'll be able to make 16 more miles today. It's 10 o'clock already, so I don't know. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. The trail up to here before turning off to take my second breakfast at the shelter. It was a hard climb. And the bugs were awful. The mosquitoes here have been relentless. I had to pull out my bug net to just walk. So, getting used to the bug head net, but it's black, so it's hard to see through. I mean, it just makes things a little fuzzy, but then so do my glasses, because these are not my best glasses. They're Let me take this little side. They're what I call my beater glasses. So I'm gonna take this little side and see what we have over here. This will cut into my miles for the day. We have a view of mountains and ridges and picturesque valley development. I know things are happening. Oh, look, I get to climb that. Yahoo! See the trail sneaking up that little mountain or that little hill over there? Oh, this is gonna be a long day. What fun. Well, this is the trail this afternoon. It's so hot. I'm carrying 3 liters of water. I'm carrying 3 liters of water because it's 10 miles to the next water source reportedly flowing. Hopefully, you said it was good flow, I think a couple of days ago. Wearing the bug net because the mosquitoes are relentless. And, oh, it's not, well, I don't know. It's still a good day. It's just miserable. It's a good and miserable day. So that's today's song. All day I search the Guthook app for reports of water, flowing water. Yep, it's a challenge this year. Oh, that's okay. It just makes it, different challenges for different years. If it was easy, everybody would do it. As it is, I am seriously considering flipping up. I think I might do that because unless I can do some 25 miles in the Shenandoahs, 25 miles a day. Oh, drop my trekking pole. When I get to the Shenandoahs, it's just going to be impossible to make it up there on time. And doing 25 miles a day, I think is going to be really hard on my poor old body. So I'm seriously considering doing a flip-flop. I think it might be fun too. So we'll see. Today's, there's time to figure it out. Right, this is the trail, and it's beautiful, however hot and muggy and dried up the water sources might be. You know, the birds are still here, the birds are still singing. There were turkeys in the trees last night. That was pretty cool. Scary, they make a lot of noise when they take off. I'm assuming it was turkeys. I couldn't really see, it was dark. But, I don't know. I'm just babbling because I've only met 2 people today on trail. One of them was a volunteer for the trail maintenance. His name was Board because he was flat as a board. He was skinny guy. And he's thinking about doing a through hike in the next couple of years because he loves being outside on the trail. So that's pretty cool. I hope he gets to do it. All right, ending on a positive note right now. This is Pine Swamp Branch Shelter. I forget the mile. I'll look it up here in a minute. And stayed hammocked down here where my pack is, all bundled up. Turns out I was across the trail to the water because I was just so tired. I just found 2 trees and hung my hammock. It was so hot yesterday. And here Bailey Gap is 4. That's where I wanted to go, but just couldn't make my legs do it. And Laurel Creek Shelter is 18.5, so that's the goal, but I probably will only make it to 12. There's another shelter in between. It's probably where, but this is such a great sign. Most of them don't say, but it lets you know which way is north and south if you look down at the bottom, so you don't have to get confused. It's always there. I think Virginia puts that sign up a lot just so people are cautious, but I don't know. It's all good. I don't think I'm going to make Daleville without stopping. I only have 4 days of food, and unless my feet get better, which it may. I don't know. I'll just take each day at a time and see what happens. Okay. It's going to be a good day. Every day's a good day, even when it's bad. Yesterday was quote unquote bad because it was so hot, so miserable. The terrain was pretty hard for me. There was a couple of really steep climbs, one with almost no switchbacks, just straight up. And there's supposed to be another one of those today, so I'm looking forward to that. But, you know, once it's behind you and you've done it, it doesn't seem so bad. At the time, you're, oh man, sweating. Just trying to get up that hill, man. But then I was going along yesterday, and all of a sudden there's a mom and 2 cubs, and the cub is climbing the tree again, and the mom is staring at me. So I panicked. Well, I started to sing to them. I will always love you. And that just made her stand up on her back paws and look at me like I was a fool, which of course I was. And then this guy John happened to be just almost right behind me. Yeah, I had tripped and fallen. Then I stood up and sang, and then this guy John came up and he says, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I pointed the bears out to him, and he goes, "Oh, well, singing's not gonna work. You gotta scare him." So he lets out this big yell, and the mom makes sure the cubs are behind her, and then she takes off. So that worked. So that's what you do. You yell at them. Do anything you can to keep them afraid of humans so that they can stay alive. Yes. But that was so funny. Singing to them. No. Lullabies aren't the answer. Oh, the stupid things. Some people, me especially, the stupid things we do. Oh my gosh. But, oh well. So, just another day in the life on the trail.